Hello my friends, and today we have a very special video. I'm with my friend Jaco. Hi Jaco.
Hi Sergey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And we will have kind of tea Zen meditation. I will brew tea and Jaco make a guided meditation.
Zen tea ceremony.
Yeah. Actually, just a few words about Jaco. He used to live more than 20 years? Or?
Not really. I went to China 25 years ago and I stayed more than 10 years.
Wow. So yeah, so he,
and you? How long did you stay?
I also like during 10 years traveling most of the time there. So it's also similar.
So we speak both Chinese?
So 我们可以说汉语。
可以啊，我们都说汉语，他们不听不懂。
Мы можем говорить по-русски тоже.
По-русски тоже можем говорить.
По-сербски можем говорить.
По-сербски, да.
So he speak a lot of languages. I'm only 3 languages, but I think you are 8 or 9, 10 languages. Yeah, so we will make a guided tea meditation. So yeah.
Well, start. I met Sergey and he's such a great guy, tea expert.
Yeah. So
and we upgrading his knowledge, his ideas about tea houses that he has in Europe and here in Thailand. And upgrade is about from old China, that tea served for meditation in Zen tradition, starting in Shaolin temple with Bodhidharma. That is also in Japanese Zen, and in Chinese actually it's pronounced Chan. So I got in France already in my teenage and student years into Zen meditation, yoga and Tai Chi China. So Zen is all about grounding and stabilizing, releasing tensions of body and mind. And tea was part of this culture between China, Japan, Korea and Vietnam, where Zen tradition and tea tradition were very strong.
Actually, what we know about tea ceremony and this, how to say, consciousness consuming of tea, it all came from monasteries. And first it was
you
course,
know more about it.
Yeah, actually. So we have kind of a chance to meet Jaco, who have a great experience in traditional Zen meditation, who used to learn in China for so long time. So yeah, we have some experience.
Yeah, as you say, in conscious consumption, which is actually in mindfulness that we say in English, and that is in Chinese 正念, mindfulness, meditation, 冥想. So this comes from old China, Tang Dynasty, from 8th to 11th century, yes? And then Song Dynasty, 7, 8, 9 for Tang centuries, and Song till 12. So all this golden age of Zen, connected maybe with Shaolin martial arts, but above all with tea culture. And nowadays we want to use it as a kind of relaxation, deep relaxation therapy for modern people in high profile professional skills, IT people, any creative industry design. That's what I'm teaching, kind of more private.
Actually, it's, I believe in present times is more than needed by anyone, because it's a stressful times and you need to reduce the stress. You need to go to something natural, something patient.
Coming to Kopangan nature, we can organize this for you people.
Yeah, welcome.
Chinese style with 2 hands, and Chinese style comes from one king, whatever story that you do this. But I mean, some of my friends will be watching this on your YouTube channel first time. You can tell us about your passion for tea, and I'm really surprised why would we meet in Thailand, Kopangan, and speak Chinese and talk China tea. And
actually, it's absolutely accidental thing that we start a project in northern Thailand for making tea.
Tea plantation.
Tea plantation. Actually, it's not even plantation. It's abandoned old plantation. It's a forest already. It's tea forest project. And I came here and I met guys who also and start to be interested in opening tea house here on Koh Phangan and also maybe other islands. And now we are forward to work on this project too.
I saw you have a big book on tea in Russian and Chinese.
In Russian and English.
English, sorry.
In Chinese, I still need to maybe also we will do some. But yeah, and this is why I'm here. But actually, I'm in tea already more than 13 years also, and I start traveling around that time. Also China, and till COVID, I just spent half of my time in China, Taiwan. And I just fall in love with the concept, and also not only with the tea ceremony and culture, but also the same with harvesting, farming, and technology of tea, and how to prepare it properly, how to carry on all these small processes behind.
To have teams.
Yeah. So actually, tea is my biggest passion. The same actually as ceramic, for example. This is our cups.
Oh, you produce it, you told me.
Yeah. So we focused on this ceremony and making kind of modern way of consumption, which is based on very old ancient traditions of China, Taiwan, Japan. So we combine all the traditions of consuming tea. And main purpose is to make it aesthetic, to bring aesthetics, to bring good natural tea product. And the third is to build up a community around this, because tea, I believe, it's a whole gathering. As we met, the same during the tea session, because tea for me is into universal communication framework, and it's kind of something more than just a drink or consumption. It's also philosophy behind tea.
Big philosophy.
Yeah. And
in Far East Asia.
Yeah. And there is a different type of ceremonies, and like Japanese do, they're more ceremonial, more meditative.
Yeah.
The Chinese maybe more practical, more fun, like communication based mostly, but
Japanese more formal.
There's
a famous book, you know
formal,
about it.
Yeah, I know.
100 years ago. The Book of Tea. Kakuzo Okakura.
Yes,
I believe.
Exactly.
And I read it as a teenager, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's very structured, and it's also absolutely incredible work, I believe. So it's difficult to compare. I don't talk about comparison because it's just different options of how we can talk and how we can represent tea.
How Chinese and Japanese differently.
Yeah. But still, we have the same roots, because all Japanese culture, most of Japanese culture came from China, adapted and changed, of course, during centuries. But still, we have now a very interesting story, but we can combine all these traditions, also bring new products, new technologies of tea, new teaware.
And you're an expert for that. I'm impressed how much you know about it.
But I only know this,
Nice that someone can interview you a little bit.
It's okay. I can say that I only know something about teaware, maybe a little bit about business, and nothing.
You know everything about tea processing.
I
processing, drying.
I'm very focused on certain subject. And so this is what I think, and I believe that combining of meditation and also tea ceremony, it's very strong thing. Also, there is a lot of actually scientific research that
how tea
impacts.
Theanine, what's the name for?
L-Theanine, actually, one of the main components which belongs to meditative state is L-Theanine. And how it reacts on your body when you drink tea and meditate at the same time, you receive completely different experience of tea, and at the same time it's very good for your health, because the same as when you meditate, when you breathe slowly, when you relax, and you go on this line of keeping yourself in meditative state, the tea really helps to improve this feeling. And this is actually, there is already a
to be more alert, intense, attention,
and
awareness.
at the same time a little bit relaxed too, because some teas because L-Theanine is relaxant and caffeine is
excitant.
It stimulates you.
Stimulus.
So where is a balance? and meditation help you to bring it to real good balance. So this is the thing. Actually, it's a long story. It's scientific research. I will make a certain video about it, because it's modern research, modern scientific.
Probably
studies.
now in neuroscience they're researching reactions of the brain to tea consumption.
Yes. Actually, I'm lucky to have a very good engineer in our team who read all these scientific articles, and we will have good videos about that. Later I will post some links maybe here. So it's interesting. It's interesting how we combine all the traditional knowledge to modern science, and we see like meditation. It's old tradition, but now modern science efficient prove that it works
for modern life.
Yes.
Stress.
The same with tea ceremony.
Professional life, private life.
Exactly. So yeah, we can talk about some kind of spiritual things, but these spiritual things have scientifically proofs, which is what I like
in neuroscience, brain research.
Exactly.
But actually that old book, the old book of tea, the Japanese, it already, I remember, I read it yesterday. Later in my life, in my 20s, I came across this Japanese guy, wrote it in English, Kuzo Kakura, I believe his name. And it was voted ever, for the past 100 years, ever best written English essay. In English, better than American person, British, who cares? And there is a description of all these, details, how to deal with tea culture. I mean, the Japanese style. There's a small hut, and there's a way to enter. You have to enter like a dog style on four legs, and it's not like, I remember a lot of whatever it is in this book, I believe. It's not like Western Museum, you go and see Picasso paintings and stuff. And I'm art historian, I work in this field in China. It is more that you have scrolls, and everything is a lot of silence in that place. The tea is prepared, and then you would open, read Chinese, Japanese calligraphy, poetry, and then roll it back again. And you know better than me, probably, and I know a little bit, that the way Chinese treat things. What's the Japanese name? Wasabi.
Wasabi.
The art of aesthetics, when you always keep old stuff and
yes.
care for it, and it's been on one side used up.
Yes. This is actually
it's not consumerist attitude.
This is very interesting that we have a kind of tradition in Taiwan, Taiwanese tea tradition, which really a little bit differ from Chinese, and at the same time it have some Japanese influence too.
Yes, because they had a big cultural Japanese. I've been to Taiwan. I know what we're talking about.
They was under occupation of Japan for 50 years. And this is why we have a lot of Japanese influence, and they somehow combine this Japanese aesthetics with the Chinese living entity. Like all this openness and a little bit less strictness.
The tea ceremony is different.
And this is what we have now, which is mostly present in China. This is also mostly came from Taiwan,
Thank you.
Because
nowadays, last 50 years.
Yes. But still in Taiwan, it's a completely different story, and Taiwanese businessmen actually started promote tea culture in modern way in 90s in China, and now it's established partly based on these traditions. So this is why in China we have now so rich world of tea represented in a very different appearance.
From Yunnan southwest to Fujian southeast.
We have very different pottery, very different installation and tea space, because for example this is called ganpao in Chinese, which means dry brewing, exactly. But there was also a tea tray like chaban.
I know that.
There was also some tea tray from metal, like in Fujian, like a steel chaban, or some wooden or some stone tea tray or whatever. So appearance can be very, very different. And I believe that this is a really good game. So it's kind of also a piece of art, how to put, how to make an installation, make on your tea space, how to make it, how decorate your tea room or your tea shop or your chagwan, tea house, whatever.
Tea house.
So it's very interesting, and main thing that they're still keeping this inner self, this the base, the root of it, but the appearance can be different. And this is what I like in tea, that it can be very flexible. It can be anything actually. You can put different tea, wear different tea, but still the main focus, you have it. You have this main focus on this open-mindedness, on this concentration.
I would recommend everybody to read the Book of Tea, short, written in Japan 100 years ago. Because the spirit of tea, Japanese way, Japanese style is there. And I can tell you my conclusions. The China history is long, complex. Japan is more compact, small land, and they kept it. They kept sitting on the floor, ground, eating. And Chinese have had this before Tang Dynasty, around 5th and 6th century. So Chinese history was too complex. They lost certain things. But the spirit of tea is in that book. And the spirit of tea is connecting to meditation. So, and this is something that we're very excited. We're gonna do it on Chinese style Facebook, in Chinese, to Western guys. I can guide meditations in Chinese, no matter English. So the idea that we can spread this culture of tea and relaxations and
so we can show something?
Yeah, we can show, and we can do series of these things, and we can explain in detail next time. But this time, okay, like we are just, we could have done it in the beginning.
Okay.
It would change the vibe. We would be even more calm, tea drinking.
Tell me a little bit, while we just talk about some experiences, tell a little bit how did you get in China? How did it happen? 25 years ago.
Don't we call it in Buddhism Chinese karma or India? I just don't know. I followed the university professor from France. I was studying still, and he said he was working at Hong Kong University before, and he's going back in the 80s, and then we went mid 90s, in 96. It was still belonging to England, Britain.
I see.
And so I was that year, 96, 97.
Wow.
So I followed him and wanted to do my master and PhD, which I never did. Very good. But then I ended up teaching at the Academy of Fine Arts in Guangzhou, European art history. And I started having a great life in China.
Wow.
I started working for the French consulate, culture department, like, doing missions for them, if, the French writers come, jazz bands, contemporary dance, ballet. The cultural attaché
cultural exchange between China
I was in it,
Wow.
And later on, I started working in contemporary art galleries because the Beijing scene and Shanghai was booming around the year 2000. All galleries from New York,
this
Manhattan.
poly auction books. I have a collection of it because I bought it on Panjia Yuan, Shichang, this market in Beijing, and I just have a collection of this modern art. It's incredible how West and East mix there.
Abstract arts from Chinese calligraphy. So it happened that I was in China on this cultural side. Aesthetics, and as I had interest in Eastern mysticism, Alan Watts style, so I ended up finding a Tai Chi teacher as well, a really good one, and only a couple of us Western people learned with him, not at the same time, even 2 Russians, 1 German, 1 British, but I found a Zen master who's actually Taiwanese person, like my mom's age. And he lived in California, so you understand, in the 70s. Then in the early 80s, he came to live and stayed in Beijing. And that was a very interesting master. People say he was the most knowledgeable about Song Dynasty Zen in written form, in all Chinese texts.
And he moved to China from Taiwan, yes?
From California,
From
actually.
California.
You know, Nan Huaijing is another one who's in Taiwan. You know, this is one who's also written a book on Eastern mysticism. And we can talk some other time about Lin Yutang. There's a book, The Meaning of Life, 生活的艺术. And that's very interesting to talk about, because in the 60s in California, the hippies were clever guys in the 60s. They were reading books, not these nowadays hippies reading nothing, just Instagram. And they read Hermann Hesse, you know, they learned Aldous Huxley, and they read Lin Yutang, this book, The Meaning of Life. And actually it was also written in English originally in 1937 in New York.
I see.
So there are a couple of Chinese and Japanese who lived in the West. That generation 100 years ago was good in English. Gu Homing, he could speak 7 languages, including Latin and Old Greek. This is another guy who wrote, these 2 books are important. Lin Yutang, The Meaning of Life, 生活的艺术, and Gu Homing, who was friend with Tagore in India in the 20s. You know, this was Asian intellectual movements. He spoke 7 languages. He wrote the book The Spirit of Chinese People, also in English. It's a great book for Western.
I read it.
Yeah, we can discuss it one day a little bit.
But it's interesting actually. It's very interesting to know, because about first one I heard, but I also didn't read it all. But because I'm a younger generation, I reach on Instagram. not only Instagram, but
okay. Let's meditate. But I have my method, because we have been talking so much. Now that we actually have been talking about this stuff and we didn't prepare, and I find it very intriguing that we can.
Yeah, actually, it's completely. I don't know what will going on here, but because Jaco once, when we met here in our sound healing place, I made tea session and Jaco came and make like.
I was bored a little bit. I was said, what, only technical stuff, you know, he's an expert, he's a scientist. I said, let's do some spiritual.
Okay.
Tea with meditation.
Okay, so we can try and hope you love it. So
now the point is, let's try something. If we don't have enough time this time, we'll do it next week for you.
Let's do it.
I hope you're enjoying it. We know something, some stuff. He's the master. He's saying, So the point is that we always sitting. And then we pretend we want to learn meditate, or we want to use meditation to relax and stress. So I developed a technique where we sit 5, 10, 15 minutes, and I'll guide it. But and then I put people on the ground. We lie down, and that's it's in yoga. It's yoga nidra, but I use some German autogenes training and use a relaxation. So I suggest
to lay down.
Push your legs that way out.
Okay.
And hope we will be seen on the cameras.
Somehow we will be
the
seen.
Head is enough. And put our.
What are you doing then? Your how to say, folks are sleeping.
Tea ceremony. Actually, it's deep relaxation. My voice starts changing automatically. I have a habit of guiding people to deep relax, to prepare better for sitting meditation. So you can feel, if you're with us, if you want to put yourself on the ground, you can feel immediately the difference, that your abdomen is opening up, your legs muscles are relaxing, because sitting any position, chair or cross-legged, you're tensing, get some knee pain, and your back muscles relax, your lower back. So now we can much more easier breathe in and possibly count, breathing in 1 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times breathing in. And then breathing out double, 1, 2, 8. And the abdomen goes inwards, downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this rhythm of double breathing out is helping us during this breathing out time to do kind of body scan, to feel hands and fingers relaxing, body scanning, hands and fingers warming up, warming, relaxing, feeling grounding with the ground, with the earth, and feeling relaxing heaviness. This kind of relaxing, warming, grounding heaviness, you have the feeling is flowing up through your arms, through your elbows, warming up your elbows. Is releasing tensions in your arms muscles, flowing up, warming your shoulders, grounding, relaxing, heaviness in your arms, from your fingers to your shoulders. After tea drinking, it's even easier. And you keep using your long breathing out deeper, breathing out longer. Your breathing is naturally slowing down. Your body scanning, doing body scan, going through your feet, feeling warming, energy, grounding with the ground, with the earth, grounding, relaxing, heaviness, warming energy, flowing up through your knees, relaxing, releasing tensions in your legs muscles, up to your hips, buttocks, lower back, behind your abdomen is warming. Your abdomen, muscles, releasing tensions. You're breathing out deeper, longer. You have warming feeling in your abdomen, grounding, relaxing. Soft heaviness through your solar plexus, between your abdomen and chest. And your chest is warming, your heart space. Back of your upper back up to your shoulders. Your heart, not physically, but your heart energy is warming. So it's easy, body relaxing, mind clearing, calming. Which is body warming, but your head very different. you're keeping your head cool, cooling down your head. Freshness above your eyes, on your forehead, you're feeling cooling, refreshing vibration, like tea drinking feeling. Cooling, refreshing, clarity, lightness and easiness. On your forehead, on the front side of your neck, on the back side of your neck. Everywhere. Freshness in your head, lightness, easiness. On the back of your head, to the top of your head. Deep relaxation, helping you to stay in your breathing presence, to feel by counting as well your breathing, presence, attention, to stay in your body awareness, to be aware of your body. That way, your head stuff, too much thinking, you can let go, drop off. In classical Chinese Zen meditation, letting go, emptying your mind, like discharging batteries, like emptying, like creating more space, new space, for more new, creative, spontaneous things in your private life, in your professional life. To have more clarity, clearing your vision, letting go, dropping off, feeling warming energy in your heart space. This way, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Sitting can be easier. Even if you fall asleep short, like a nap, power nap, you will suddenly, waking up, feel even more freshness for sitting a little bit. Zen meditation and tea drinking. You are disconnecting, detaching from your head stuff, feeling your body awareness, breathing presence, to be in the present moment of tea drinking or anything else you're doing, to be here and now, to feel the environment, to feel the other people, to be attentive to other people. This all as a way of attention practice, attention training, practice and discipline of attention training. Releasing tensions in your abdomen, Feeling your body deep relaxed. Deep relaxation. And stretching up a bit. Hands left and right, knees. And gently raising your head, raising yourself. Elbows.
Yeah, so it's kind of completely new experience, what I want to say. Because mostly all the meditation practices, yeah, as you said, it's sitting practice. But me, often when I practiced yoga for a couple of years, and there was a Shavasana, the last.
And everybody can see how you relaxed now.
Yeah.
In his eyes.
Yes.
You can see it.
I even slept for a little, just like.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so this is kind of.
Refreshed.
We all need to have some sleep, you know.
Yeah, but this is kind of deep relaxation and falling in a power nap mode, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And now actually we're supposed also not to, we're supposed to continue a little bit with tea drinking. If you do the tea ceremony, I can guide more. Tell the same thing and basically feel relaxed. Releasing tensions in your abdomen, feeling your breathing getting longer. You can kind of sit more and drink. Just to feel the difference from deep relaxation on the ground, actually repeating. In sitting, breathing out longer, deeper, feeling the same body scan energy through your hands, fingers, warming, grounding, relaxing, heaviness, flowing through your elbows, shoulders, feet, knees, arms muscles, legs muscles, hips, buttocks, lower back, abdomen, solar plexus, chest, all warming up to your shoulders. But the most important, your head, you feel freshness. Right now the wind is blowing here, so you can connect this image. Blowing wind breeze, to be poetical in Moychay, is refreshing your mind like short haiku poetry. Some rain is coming, refreshment. So your head feeling lightness, easiness. You're supposed to produce this body warming through breathing presence, like classical Thai, also Vipassana. Breathing presence here and now, body awareness, warming body, but cooling down your head. Cooling, refreshing clarity on your forehead, front and back of your neck, back of your head, top of your head. And this is in old classical Buddhist texts, already in India, the freshness in your head. Mysterious, mystical Buddha smiles. Oh, I got it.
Thank you very much, Jaco. I think it was a good experience. Please, friends, leave some comments below, and I also leave links for Jaco.
Next time we do live, actually.
Yeah, actually,
so we can read live comments.
Yeah, we can do.
Twitch and everything. Somebody, I just heard there is a way to put all platforms together at the same time.
Why not?
I don't know what's the name of the software. They told me it goes straight away.
OSB.
Yard, something with Yard.
I will find some way how to do that.
I found it yesterday, so we go on all platforms.
Perfect.
You have friends with Yandex. I have friends in Silicon Valley, so we broadcast all over the place.
Okay, let it be. Thank you very much, my friends, and thank you, Jaco, for so good experience.
Thank you, Tea Master.
I think it's absolutely. I like to have new experiences, you know, and what we have with the tea and meditation is one of two great combinations.
This is future, people, no?
Yeah, this is future.
You have stress over there. Maybe you're at home. Is someone in lockdown? We're gonna do for Chinese in lockdown in Shanghai.
Yeah.
Just meditate and drink tea with us.
And receive a freshness outside.
It comes naturally. See you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.